Time.tv.
Previously on Mystical Ninja.
Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control.
Well, hello once again, and welcome to the finale of Nathan Plays Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. My name is Nathan, and this is Mystical Ninja for the Nintendo 64. In the previous episode, we finished gathering all of the mystical items, or whatever they were called, miracle items, hopped on top of a stone head in the middle of nowhere, and flew off into space, after which we tackled a castle, and ended up in a mysterious village, which we were just starting to explore. It's kind of a hedge maze going on here, as you recall, as well as some enemies that like to throw roses that are very annoying. But again, Chain Pipe will make quick work of them. If you get tagged by one of those roses, they hang around on you and cause ongoing damage, which is upsetting. Actually, it's not really much of a hedge maze, is it? It's actually pretty linear. They can also be dispatched pretty easily with a coin toss. We got a gate out there, there's a dead end there, and looks like, I guess we'll check this out. 2 shops here. Seems like, if anything, it's a good place to get some supplies before heading onward. This looks like a pretty regular restaurant situation. Welcome. What will you have? Well, actually, I'm good. No, I'll take a round radish. A fat, healthy radish. Strength gauge increased by 3 points, which is exactly what I need. Just a big old radish there. Straight up. Nice and raw. Let's see what's happening over here in this shop. Oh, Goemon. Oh, Mitsu! We found her. Still carrying her tray of sweets there. Didn't know what would happen when I saw Kyushu flying away. Okay, so it's confirmed we are on the spacebound island of Kyushu that was stolen earlier in the game. She's fine. Peach Mountain's instant stage beam's power has increased. I suppose so. It didn't really seem like a beam at the time. It's kind of a weird blob thing. But whatever. Potato, potato. That's right. We are wondering where the 2 main villains are. Behind the door is right ahead of us. Oh, well, that's very convenient, but the door's rigid. Cannot be opened easily. Hey, Busamaru. There's hearts in the right place. But we're going to keep making them, I guess. He's at the restaurant. Well, we were just at the restaurant. I guess we can just hop right back there and see what we can see. Well, there's a new person standing here that wasn't here before. And he looks awfully familiar. It's Wise Man! Wise Man with 2 colons for some reason. What? Wise Man? It's my old man, Wise Man. I guess his name is actually Wise Man. And we thought he died. Apparently, he's healthy as a horse. An excellent question. But apparently, we're just going to walk right past it. He was caught by the Peach Mountain guys. Gave the mechanical robots and the instant stage beam, so he developed all of that troublesome technology. And I have to admit, this actually made me laugh out loud when I first read it. Might be the best joke in the game. Tries to backtrack a little bit, but it's too late. We know it all. Apparently he's unaware that his house had been destroyed. That was ages ago. There's like a million videos. And all of his car magazines are gone forever. He's been double-crossed. And now they are not to be forgiven. He's going to do one last weapon upgrade for us. Even rigid doors can be destroyed with these. Outstanding. Yeah, I have to agree. There are a lot of left turns in this story. So now they have a lovely sort of a golden color. They're bigger than ever, which is pretty exciting. Chains the same, coins the same. Hammers, again, gold and slightly larger. We have a nice pink highlight to the attacks there. And Yai's sword is golden. Awesome. I think we're ready to keep moving. Thinking that this was the rigid gate they were talking about, I quickly realized it wasn't. We have one last enemy type there. That does kind of a charge attack that I didn't realize is not interruptible. So I got nailed by both of them, and I'm down to exactly the same number of hearts gone as I had before. Ah well, we'll keep moving. There was the rigid door we were talking about, just a bunch of planks nailed to it. And we enter probably the most garishly colored castle of all. With a pretty sweet soundtrack once again. I don't like torso-less legs dancing around. They all had to go. So we've got a locked door back there. 2 staircases heading up. And the staircases lead to a balcony with 2 more doors. We'll just pick one, the painting there, to remind us who's in charge. Not for long. Oh, good. Moving platforms. Let's give this a shot. And nope, not even close. Only took a couple of attempts. Have to figure out the ladder first, the real puzzle. And we get to sort of an L-shaped door scenario here. Alright, we're going to keep moving. Missed that jump as well. And that puts us down to the bottom floor where we get some coins, we get some other stuff. And there's an elevator leading us right back. I have a suspicion about where that other door in the L configuration goes to, but we'll just check. And, yeah, okay, alright. So, this is going to be our... This is some top quality gameplay here. High level. It only took me a couple of hours to get to this conveyor belt. And we've got some chain blocks. Off to the side, golden dango, could be nice. Could use the extra hit points. And as always, it's a little bit challenging to line up. A little bit of a... Oh, there we go, there we go. Get the extra health. And botch the return. Well, let's do it again. This time, headed down the other way, and there's a button. We'll just smack that, and as you can see kind of in the background, a platform is slowly emerging near that door, so we just get to make our way back around. With helpful camera, helpful as ever. I don't know what happened with that last chain block there. That was very weird, that he just dropped off the side, but... This does seem like a little bit of a distance to jump, so we're going to play it a little bit safer. And use... the jetpacks. Nice. Here we have kind of a... This honestly reminded me of Super Mario Brothers. I think it's the brick and the lava kind of working together. And it looks like we got a bit of a... Gonna need to strength up and push some of these things. Unfortunately, it pushed him too far and uncovered the fire vent yet again, which means he can't keep pushing. And I'm just going to have to leave the room and try it again. I guess the idea is to leave them on top of the vent. There we go. Okay, alright. So far, so good. Can't really seem to push this one, so at this point I decided I'm just gonna say forget it. Don't care. Once the camera comes around my way, just try and jump around it, and it worked. Enough of this pushing stuff. And even, you know what, even if I fall in, the damage is not too bad. And we're gonna hit that switch. Another platform emerges by the door in the back corner of the room. And at this point, I kinda just sort of gave up on caring and got really sloppy with navigating around. Honestly, the consequences for falling off are not that bad. I have no idea what happened there with that new enemy, but we did get a little bit of health, which is nice. Decided to keep my distance. And off to the right, we have a very tantalizing looking room. Why, there's a lucky cat in there? There's a vase, but how do you get in? Okay, well, maybe we'll be able to figure that out later on. And then he never came back to it. Oh, we've got some dangerous enemies here. They're throwing down explosions. Doing their best to wreck me up. Got a button there. Kind of a raised platform in the middle of the room. Oh, get on board, quick. Alright, so we're on an elevator now. And it's taking its time. I kind of wondered if this was the part of the game in every brawler, like 2D brawler ever, where there's an elevator scene and you have to just beat guys up as they fall on there, but that didn't happen, and eventually we reached the top, and it appeared that there was nothing here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's actually a diamond key. Okay. Then our work here is done. Back to the entrance. Like I said, I really never did figure out how to get into that one room. Diamond key unlocks the middle chamber here. But then I thought, oh, wait a minute, there was another door off to the side. This kind of goes through, but... No, I want to know about that other thing first. So it was time to head back. Take the stairs up around to the side. Let's see where this door goes. Oh, good. Okay, so we've got some rotating platforms there. We're going to jump across, and now that's curious. Why is the ladder on this side of the room? Why would you jump through that at all? Unless... Oh, no. Oh, no. This isn't the way you're supposed to go. This is a punishment for doing something wrong elsewhere, and you have to come back through here. The ladder's on this side because it's really hard to get across. So this took me numerous tries, lamenting my mistake the entire time, but eventually I made it. My fault for being curious. Let's go back to Diamond Door. Again, we have a situation where there are enemies launching attacks at us that we can't see because the camera is a jerk. I have a choice of going left or right here. I decided to go left. Just picked it. See there, as you can see once again, the roses kind of do ongoing damage until they just disappear eventually. And it's annoying. Made it to another room. We've got a little hole in the wall there and some sort of a chamber beyond that. Oh boy. Oh, what are we looking at here? Okay, so this is going to turn every now and again. Alright. Okay. Oh, and there's holes. Alright, so watch those. Okay, it doesn't seem too bad. We're just gonna try and plan our route here, but then get a little bit impatient. And down we go. Alright, so let's take another stab at this thing. And it was not a big deal. Second time around, just was a little more careful. And then sailed right through. Peach Mountain Main Hall entrance. I guess we've made it. Still some unexplored areas in the castle, but I'm sort of eager to have done with this whole thing, so I'm not going to worry about it. And a cutscene takes over. It's always funny. Ooh. Never get tired of that laugh. That's awesome. You guys. Alright, so you at home, just be careful. Maybe turn down the TV if you're afraid of also becoming diehard fans. Or your computer volume, wherever you're watching this. Wow. Indeed, Goemon. And so they've pulled this trick on us yet again. So there's only one thing we can do in response. Save the game. Out comes the conch shell. And this time, we're just gonna skip the song. No cringy singing from me. So anyway, we're back at it with Impact. This time in sort of a spacey hallway thing. Lots of enemies, some gates, laser beams that I don't jump for in time, as well as pits there. There's rather a lot going on, and I did not do very well at it. We're gonna watch it all anyway. Here we go, jump. In my defense, maybe this just sounds like excuses at this point, you have to hit the jump button a lot earlier than you think you should, because of the way you see that his knees kind of bend and he sort of works up to the jump animation there. So you've really got to be I'm mashing on the button to swing the hammer there, the pipe, and I'm trying to keep an eye ahead, but these have gotten busier every time, and plus the glowing red light isn't really helping a whole lot. Anyway, that's enough excuses for me. That's it. I'm all out of them. Eventually we're through it, and we're heading out into space. Great Peach Mountain battleship Balbera. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are Star Fox now. The only way to damage this thing is by shooting. These little peach guys that fly around, little cannons on there. Obviously, there's the big red weak point. And as I would soon learn, there are other things to shoot as well. That's going to fire great big bullets at us. We have to deflect with our fists. But it was not too hard to shut down. The cannons, as you can see, launch those kind of spiny bits, and they can be shot as well. Every so often we'll swing around to the sides of the thing, and we can hit the bottom and get some extra coins off of these colorful balls that come flying at us out of the leaves on the side of the giant peach. Not really sure what that bottom thing does, but it has to go. Screwed up the timing on the hits a little bit there. So I'm actually mashing on the trigger button on the N64 controller as quickly as possible while I do this, which it does get tiring after a while. Every so often, the little peach drones will actually get close to you there. And they're worth 10 coins each to take out, so that's nice. And then the middle opens up. And that's where we can do the real damage. You can see we're down to 960 from 1,000. It's going to be a long way to go. I decided I had lots and lots of ammunition, so I took out the ball launchers on the side. And in any case, the peaches, the little peaches will swing around, and you can get some ammo off of them if you need to. So then it becomes just sort of a waiting game. The boss has 2 cycles where it just sort of drifts around, opens up the weak point every now and again, or tries to hit you with the little drones. When it's open, you can try and do as much damage as you possibly can before it closes. And although I did a decent amount, it's still just going to be a while before this battle draws to a close. So we'll skip over most of it. Not too bad. First try. Grand finale, you say? The Fairy of Love and Dreams de Toil, or de Toi. I don't know. I should know how to pronounce it, but. So here's the true final boss of the game. He's got a couple of patterns. One, he's going to zigzag around and fire these annoying little shots at you that are worth a couple of coins, but also do a substantial amount of damage. I tried to use the chain pipe to sort of knock him out of the animation, but I think I was too late on that one. It's safer to do it with the bullets, but you don't get the ammo. Second thing is that he's going to fly around, disappear briefly, and then suddenly come at you. You have a chance to intercept and get a bit of a combo in. And then another thing he's going to do is just drop down. He picks up off the top, drops down in front of you, and hits you with his tail. It really made short work of me. And it was kind of upsetting, to be honest. Fortunately, we have like 5 lives in total, so I have a lot of chances at this. As I continued to fight him, I started to learn a little bit more of what to do, but it was just a matter of time before he whittled me down, and I really felt like I hadn't gotten anywhere at all. We got to see this incredible game over screen that I'm sad that I never found throughout the game. And when you pick continue, you get to start from before the Peach Mountain fight. So here's the thing, viewers. I decided I was going to go look up some strategies for how to defeat this terrible final boss. Because, like I said, I wanted to have done with it. What I found were not strategies for the boss per se, but 2 very important mechanics when playing as Impact that I wish I would have known a long time ago. You see, I only had the cartridge for this game. I don't have the manual, and the game never actually explains what the buttons are while you're in Impact. So there are 2 very key things that I should have been doing this whole time that I never knew existed. The first is that your actions, such as shooting and hitting, build up those meters in the bottom middle of your screen above the radar till they flash. And when they flash, you can press C up, right, down, left, and trigger to fire a giant beam. The beam does about 400 damage, which is sizable. The only thing is that it's a little bit difficult to aim because you have to set it off well before you actually intend to use it. The other thing is that when you snag somebody with the pole, with the chain hook, you can mash the buttons to reel them in and then punch them. Again, something that would have been really, really useful to know. Hook them with the thing, mash the buttons, punch them. So armed with that knowledge, it was not terribly long before I was able to defeat the boss. He has one last attack that we didn't preview, which is that he goes into sort of a glowy mode and launches a lot of asteroids at you, and you spend forever punching them out of the sky. But if you just beam attack him, right as he's doing it, he sits right in the middle, and you have all the time in the world to line up the shot. So with that, the final boss was defeated. And thus ends Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for the Nintendo 64. A solid 7 out of 10 kind of a game. As you saw, some bits were pretty good. When it works well, it feels good. Some bits are pretty frustrating. The camera obviously comes to mind, something I harped on quite a bit, as well as the pretty egregious padding of game content, a lot of fetch quests and running back and forth. It was fun to revisit. It was, kind of a nostalgic and a good time. Really great soundtrack, but honestly not one that I'm probably going to come back to again anytime soon. So thank you, as always, ever so much for watching. I hope you had a lot of fun going through this series, just as much as I had fun making it. Don't forget to check out the Google Drive poll that I have going, so that you can influence what comes next in Nathan Plays Mystical Ninja. Oh, there's a little bit of dirty humor there. Stop it. Stop it, Ibisumaru. Stop it. Yes, Google Drive poll. Thanks so much for watching. You can check out the rest of the credits if you like. I will be refraining from commenting on the rest of them. And as always, we'll see you next mission.